Now, in our first story, the Member of Parliament-elect for Quattakwame, Joglope, has been allegedly attacked at his home at Emmanuel Acquah by some persons suspected to be armed robbers. The suspected robbers are alleged to have beaten him and his family to pulp and made away with money and other valuables. Eyewitnesses say the robbers held their victims at gunpoint whilst ransacking every room in the house. The incoming legislator was said to have escaped through his back door to the police station in the town, but found the station locked on his arrival at about 1:30 a.m. on Friday.
For them, the brother wasn't in the room. They took money, the tune of 30,000 Ghana cedis from the room. From there, they went to where the MP was living, and actually, they never knew the exact room where he was living. So they first went to his brother's room. Actually, they realized that they were not looking for his brother, so they went straight to his room. So when he was listening to them, he realized people came into his living room. So he had to come out. So when he came out, he was attacked, he was beaten mercilessly. One of the workers in the house also came to support. But unfortunately, he also couldn't survive. He was also beaten mercilessly as he speak. The MP managed to call the Emmanuel Acquah police. No response. He was able to get to the police station. Why am I saying? Because from his residency to the police station, it's not far. It was surprising that when he got to the police station, he was knocking. As he speak, no police officer responded. He was rushed to the hospital. For security reasons, I'm not able to mention the hospital. He and one of his workers, they are still at the hospital receiving treatment.
Okay, I believe I was told that there was a gunshot in the house. How was that?
It's not true. There were a lot of gunshots. He was they used the gun to beat him.
We'll soon be joined by the Quatta District Police Commander, but Setji, who corresponds for us in the Volta region, has joined us via Zoom. Ivy, so tell us about the general atmosphere in Quatta at this time.
Well, that is Emmanuel Acquah, to be precise, the hometown of the MP-elect. Earlier, the people in that area, that is Emmanuel Acquah, besieged the Emmanuel Acquah police station because, according to them, they couldn't rescue their MP-elect, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. And so a lot of people came out still, and most of the people in Emmanuel Acquah, especially the main town where his residence is, came out to comfort the district commander, the police station, and even according to them, locked up the police station. And also some of them went to the hospital. As we speak, the Emmanuel Acquah township is at a disarray because what happened, according to them, has never happened before. This is a man who has been helping them, who stays with them mostly, and was just
We apologize for having lost Ivy Setji there. Let's hear from the Quatta District Police Commander.
I am here because of you. I am here because of you. I am here because of your And before I came here, I visited the injured MP at the hospital. He told me about whatever happened from the house to the police station. So I showed him that I was going to take. Listen. So I showed the MP that I am going to take action and try to solve all your grievances. The start, I've given the MP 24-hour guide. And I've also told him that anytime he's in town, he should inform me so that I give him protection. I understand your grievances because you are grieved that he came here and the police didn't act. That is your grievance. And I am going to take action. Already, I'm talking with the Ranger Commander. You know what you are going to do. So I will beg you that you should all disperse to your house. We should all disperse to your house, and let's see, within 1 week, latest, your request will be granted.
And that was the Quatta District's police commander. We have been rejoined by Ivy Setji. Ivy, now you said earlier that the members of the community besieged the police station and they were addressed by the commander. Did they leave? Was it satisfactory to them, what the commander said?
Well, some of them, yes, it was satisfactory, but not to all of them, because according to them, the police station is not far from Kwame's house. It's just a stone's throw. So if he was able to go there, the best thing was for them to do something urgent about the situation. But according to them, it didn't happen. That was why they had to rush to the police station to do what they had to do. But right now, calm has restored to the Setji town as they wait on the police to investigate about the issue. And also, the MP is currently at the hospital receiving treatment with police or security people around. And his brother, Lambert Gaffer, has also been taken to the media on what actually happened to his brother. So for now, the town is calm. They are just waiting for justice to be served their MP.
Right, Ivy Setji, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon with that update from Anglo Afiadengba. Let's go to the Western region, where police has dismissed the alleged video of a clash between NDC and NPP supporters in the Jomoro district, which allegedly led to the death of 2 persons. According to the public relations officer, Olivia Deku, no one was killed. 2 people were injured but have since been treated and discharged. She said the Western Region Police is meeting the leadership of both parties in the constituency. She spoke with my colleague, Bernice Abubedulanta.
I spoke with the district commander. There is no such incident. Apart from the clash that happened yesterday night between the NDC supporters and the NPP supporters, and 2 people from each of the sides, NDC, NPP, they had minor injuries and they were treated yesterday at Tikobu #1 clinic and they were discharged. This morning, as I speak to you, the district commander has even invited the executives of both parties to a meeting at 11 to talk to their supporters to exercise restraint.
So you're confirming that that video is not a reflection of what happened at Jomoro. Only yes, 2 from each side got injured. But from the police's point of view, what exactly led to the clash?
Yeah, the information I have is that yesterday evening, the supporters of the parliamentary candidate by celebrating the victory of their MP elect. Then NPP supporters were also celebrating their victory. And the route they took was near to the MP's house. So the 2 groups clashed around the MP's house area. that led to 2 people getting injured. The police was called in. They got there and they were able to calm them down. A motorbike belonging to an NPP supporter was seized by the NPP supporters, and that one has also been able to retrieve. The police and military are still in the area patrolling. As I said earlier, the 2 people have been treated and discharged. And this morning, I'm told Bonire is calm.
Okay, we appreciate your time here. You mentioned just before you leave us that the police and military are still on the ground. What is the police planning to do in order to maintain the peace in the area?
Yeah, I think I indicated to you earlier that the police had invited both the executives of the 2 parties to a meeting this morning to talk to them, to talk to their parties. They all have the right to celebrate their victory, but they have some perimeters that they have to attend to. And they also have to inform the police so that if they want to go for a victory walk or whatever, the police can provide protection for them so that the 2 parties do not clash. It doesn't augur well for the community itself.
Now, the NPP supporters in the Banda constituency are protesting what they call a stolen verdict in the declaration of parliamentary election results. They say per their calculation, their candidate, Joyonne's, won the parliamentary election. Erastus Asaridonko joins us live with more. Erastus, what can you report? Erastus, what can you report?
Well, I have in my hands here the parliamentary election results collation form from the Electoral Commission, at least a copy that was given to me by the NPP here. And on that sheet, when you calculate all the results here, we get for the NPP 8,246, and you get for the NDC 8,219. But the ones that were declared by the Electoral Commission indicated that the NDC has won per another calculation. And so what the NPP is saying that when they calculate what has been given on the summary sheet, it puts their candidate in the win. But then the results that have been given out and announced by the Electoral Commission is contrary to what they have on the summary sheet. And so they are asking the Electoral Commission chairperson to call the district returning officer to rectify the situation and declare their candidate Joyonne's winner of the Banda constituency.
Now, help me understand this, Erastus. When the pink sheets tabulation was done, who was declared as winner at the constituency collation center?
So, per the summary sheet I have here, it indicates that Ahmed Ibrahim of NDC won by 8,276, and Joyonne's of the NPP polled 8,195. So per this results on the summary sheet I have, the NDC's Ahmed Ibrahim has been declared winner of this election.
And
but
which
when you
summary
take the time
sheet?
to calculate the results you have here, polling station by polling station, the results you get is a bit different. The difference of about 27 votes. And that is what the NPP is raising concern.
So it's a collation problem. The calculation of the various polling station results is what caused the problem, at least according to the NPP.
At least that is according to the NPP. We are yet to hear from the Electoral Commission and compare whether this collation form we have here is just exact same thing that they also have there. Then we can do the computation.
But why now? Is it that they did not spot the error when the declaration was being done by the Electoral Commission?
That is what the NPP in Banda is saying. We are yet to be addressed by the regional chairperson of the NPP, Abronya DC. We're still waiting for him. So when he comes, perhaps we can get more clarity on why they are raising this particular issue now.
Erastus Asaridonko, thank you very much. We'll come back to you when we have that address and, of course, when we hear from the Electoral Commission.
Right.
Now, elsewhere, the private residence of the Wa Municipal Chief Executive has been gutted by fire. The 3-bedroom bungalow, which was completed a few weeks ago and yet to be occupied by the MCE, had all valuable assets in one of its 3 rooms completely destroyed by the fire. Though personnel of the Ghana Fire Service doused the flames, they are yet to conclude their investigation. The MCE said he suspects foul play and has accused supporters of the defeated Wa Central NPP parliamentary candidate Haja Humu Awudu as the mastermind of the arson. JoyNews' Upper West correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
According to the Wa Municipal Chief Executive, Alhaji Sakutayar Momen, he got the information on his mobile phone, informing him about the fire incident. He was expected to move in there this weekend, and the unfortunate incident happened, burning into ashes several valuables in one of the rooms.
So I quickly rushed there. So when I got there, I met personnel from the fire service department and some police officials, but then they had put off the fire. So we opened and got into the premises. There I realized that one of the rooms was completely burnt. The bed, mattress, wardrobe, the air conditioner, and then some few other items that I kept in that room.
Though the Ghana National Fire Service are yet to conclude their investigation on what might have been the cause of the fire, he has every scintilla of belief that the act was committed by persons who are bent on seeing his back in the MPP in the Wa Central constituency.
I got a call, and then some well-wishers even called to tell me I should be careful as we go around to do the campaigns, but I should know how I manage myself. That some people within the campaign team doesn't want me to be part.
Ever since the parliamentary ambition of the Wa Central MPP parliamentary candidate Haja Humu Awudu was flamed out on Tuesday, her supporters have been loud, pointing accusing fingers at some big source of the MPP in the region, including the Wa Mayor, Wa Central Chairman of the MPP, Ali Kamara, and Upper Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz Bin Sali, has been the brain behind for her defeat. An accusation that the Apostle also denied.
The party chairman and the regional minister is not true. And if anybody has any evidence contrary to what I'm saying, the person should bring it up. Otherwise, this will stop, because we have evidence abound to show our contribution and support for the campaign within the municipality and the region at large. The videos, audios, and pictures and visuals are available, to vindicate all of us.
The Wa Mayor shared up figures of some polling stations that he has influenced to buttress his claim.
Home Nakori, which was an NDC stronghold that we turned into MPP stronghold, the parliamentary candidate won in all polling stations in that community. But first, I was accused of working against her interests in that community. But she won in all the polling stations there. And my home, my own community, Lemayiri Tamarmoni, where I come from, 2 polling stations. She won 1, and then Honorable Rashid Belbro also won 1.
Upper West Regional Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Police Service, Inspector Gideon Boatun, told JoyNews off camera that they have started investigation on the issue. However, they have so far not been able to make any arrests. This is the second time in as many years that his house was gutted by fire, suspected to be touched by members of the MPP he had strained relationship with.
Some of the people who did the first crime, fingers are being pointed at some of them, though some have come to me earlier on to apologize for what they did, but fingers are being pointed to some of them now. But as I said, unless the police finish their investigation, then we know the next level or the next step to take.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam.
You're live on Joy News today. Some news on COVID now. And UNICEF says the number of children affected by the closure of schools due to the pandemic keeps soaring globally. It is thus urging governments to prioritize the reopening of schools and make classrooms safe for children. The warning is contained in a press release detailing the impact of the pandemic on the learning and well-being of children. According to data collected by UNESCO, classrooms for nearly 1 in 5 school children globally, or 320 million, are closed as of 1st December, an increase of nearly 90 million from 232 million on 1st November. In contrast, the month of October saw the number of school children affected by school closures decrease nearly threefold. Now, Madiz Ademu Issa is an education specialist at UNICEF Ghana and joins us live on the phone with more. Madiz, what's the Ghana situation like?
Well, I think certain things are obvious. Since March, about 9.2 million students have been home at all levels. We are also aware of the efforts by the government to get students back to school, starting with final year students and then second year students in DHS and SHS. So that is a Ghana situation. Children have been out of school since March. That's the basic thing.
So making classrooms safe, any suggestions on how that can happen?
Yes, I think we have something to build on because we're fortunate to have started a phased approach to school opening with the final year students and then the second year students. Looking at the guidelines that were developed by the Ghana Education Service, that included fumigation of schools, giving face masks to students, and all the efforts that were put in to make sure that students were safe. That is something that as a country we can build on and improve the system. Of course, reopening for every student is going to be a bigger issue because initially there was enough space for the few students to get into the system. But once you open for everyone and every student is going, there's going to be a challenge there.
So how has UNICEF Ghana been collaborating, or how can they collaborate with the Ghana government to reverse the trend?
UNICEF has been involved in the reopening of schools at several levels.
Right, Madiz Issa is with UNICEF Ghana, and we will get the answer to that final question when we establish secure connection on Zoom. In the meantime, the major issue is that 9.2 million school children in Ghana have not been in schools as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have been rejoined by Mr. Issa. So tell us about the role of UNICEF in collaboration to reverse the trend. Unfortunately, we have lost Madiz Issa. He's an education specialist with UNICEF. We will bring back that conversation in later bulletins. But the executive director for the Institute for Democratic Governance, Dr. Emmanuel Acquah, has urged feuding parties to be minded by the peace pact signed prior to the December 7 election and resource to amicable channels of resolving all disputes. He said the legal process is the way to go in settling all election-related grievances. He spoke to Mamavi Osuabwaje.
This probably is one of the closest elections we've had, if you're looking at the situation in Parliament and the margins for the presidential. And we anticipated this. The essence of the Peace Pact is to remind our leaders that in a democracy, you may not like outcomes, and there will be politics is full of breaking rules and doing things that shouldn't be done. It's not 100% neat and clean and so on. But the way to go is to go to court to resolve those. You might concede to elections not because you feel that everything was fairly done. But sometimes the calculation is that resorting to violence will be too high a cost and might be destructive, might affect many more people. The leader sometimes puts all other considerations over and above their personal ones. And that's what we've seen of our leaders. So in this situation where the two parties are contesting the results of the presidency and then the parliament, and now we're told that one had 37, that's MPP, NDC 136, and there's one more to be counted or decided. This is the situation we are facing. Those who have grievances, in the case of the NDC, where it feels strongly that something untoward had happened, I think that we've had instances where cases have gone to parliament and they've been resolved, or parliamentary, both for parliament and presidential. In the parliamentary situation, we've seen sometimes results, the elections has to be, there has to be new elections.
You're live on Joy News today with me, Daniel Daze. Coming up in business, GIPC boss downplays government's weakened majority in parliament as a major disincentive for investment. Stay with us, we'll be back.
Hi there, time for business. My name is Emmanuel Acquah, Chief Executive of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, UFIGO, says he does not expect developments in Parliament to impact on capital attraction. Government is likely to lose its majority or have a slim majority in Parliament after elections last Monday. This may be difficult to secure the needed incentive for some of the investment agreements. But speaking on PM Express, Mr. Grant said that he does not expect any challenges ahead.
Well, I guess that from all intents and purposes, it shouldn't change. Maybe it would rather increase. But let me make a few points here. First of all, I mean, the commendable way in which the EC organized the elections has still asserted and repositioned Ghana as probably one of the best countries with the rule of law and all that. And we do clearly hold proudly to our chest that we are known as being very politically stable. And anyone who would try to usurp that then doesn't have the interest of the country at heart. I mean, but, and I say so because at the end of the day, when the elections were finally declared, it was in consistent, fashion with almost all that independent observers and even the press, and including your own station, had established. And all that information was from the pink sheet. So I still believe very strongly that whatever the Electoral Commissioner did say is a correct thing. And if anybody doesn't agree, then the courts are there for that purpose. And so that is what it is. But so far as the numbers say right now, we have a slim majority. That's what democracy is all about. I mean, we would have loved to have all the seats in Parliament if we could. But you subject yourself to the will and the testament of the people, and they tell you what it is. But at the end of the day, the president's responsibility of running the government and running a country cannot be compromised. I think that he's led us in a very positive direction. He's re-established Ghana as a major player in the global affairs and a spearhead in African economic and financial regeneration and emancipation. With the Ghana Beyond Aid, some of the statements he's made, and that are clearly in the direction of moving the continent forward, increasing investment and trade. And so once he's president, I believe that the confidence that most investors have had in Ghana will definitely still be there. And I have seen it because I travel with him, and everywhere we go, Ghana is always the toast of most investors. They want to keep talking.
In other news, the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, in the month of September lost 42% of its revenue due to power theft in the northern region. Out of 103,000 customer population, only 57,000 purchased power, an indication that about 43% did not purchase power. Martina Bugri has more.
Addressing workers of NEDCO at the Best Worker Awards 2020 ceremony, Northern Area, on the theme Motivating the Diligent Employee, Our Collective Responsibility, Area Manager of NEDCO, John Okanyamua, told the staff there was the need for all to rally and stop the trend of power theft before the company collapsed.
Another threat to our business, you all know, is power theft. Northern area is noted for very high distribution losses. Our year-to-date loss as at October is 42.68%. We started the year, we have pushed and pushed and pushed. In June, we started experiencing a downward trend as far as our losses is concerned. In June, we got a loss of 38%, which is unprecedented in our history as far as I know. In July, we got 39%. In August, we got 39%. In September, we got 39%. But in October, we got 42%. You know why? We have entered into the heat season, and people are stealing a lot more than before. We ran our October report and we realized that out of 103,199 ppm customer population that we have in the area, in the month of October, only 57,000 purchased power. Take 57,000 out of 103,000 and tell me the number that didn't buy power. In fact, when I did the computation, 43.8% of our customers didn't buy power in October.
Engineer Amwa urged the staff to live up to expectation to turn the tides of the company around.
That's it for now. We've got a full bulletin of business news at the top of the hour. Up next is sports. Quatta will have details of the match between Quattakwame and Legon City. Stay tuned.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the sports segment with me, Quatta. We start off from Asante Kotoko, where their head coach Maxwell Kunedu anticipates a difficult game against Legon City later tonight. The record league champions are yet to pick a win in the Premier League, and Maxwell does not expect a walkover tonight as they face the Royals.
Quattakwame is yet to win a match in 180 minutes, scoring 2 and conceding 2 against the Chiman 11 Wonders and Brecum Chelsea. The Porcupines comes up against Legon Cities, who have had a horrendous start to the Premier League campaign. The Royals have conceded 4 and scored just 1. They have also lost 1 and drawn 3 of their matches. However, Maxwell Kunedu believes the match later today will be a difficult one for his side.
Yeah, we know it's going to be a difficult one. You know, last season when we played them, they took the lead and we came from behind to, beat them 3-1. Now they have beefed up their team very well, and we know the threats they'll be posing to us. We have to remain, well organized, well composed, and make sure that we detect the pace of the game. We know it's not going to be easy, but we'll try to, win the game.
The Porcupines have played a total of 270 minutes of football, the latest which was a CAF Champions League game against FC Nouadhibou in Mauritania. The return leg was called off as their opponents was unable to raise a team for the match, having travelled to Ghana with only 16 players, out of which 2 of their players were tested positive for COVID-19. Maxwell believes that match would have given his side an opportunity to test their match fitness level as they seek to have a good performance locally and continentally. He says he feels disappointed the match was cancelled.
Yeah, I was disappointed when the game couldn't come on, but saying that once there was an issue for all of us to deal with, I think we had to respect the rules of the game. But we prepared ourselves very well. Tactically, we wanted to, outwit them and make sure we beat them here. But whatever happens, I mean, we will leave the rest to the Almighty. But coming back to the Legon City game, like I said, we know it's not going to be easy, but we'll play our best game. We'll try to do whatever we can to carry the day.
The last time Quattakwame played Legon City, they won by 3-1, coming from behind in that game.
Well, Maxwell Kunedu's opponent tonight believes that the Porcupine Warriors also serve as an opportunity for them to start picking up maximum points. JoyNews Acquah and Joseph Ajay, who are disappointed with their horrendous performance so far, are optimistic of a good outing against Quattakwame.
The two teams are yet to pick wins since the commencement of the new football season about 4 weeks ago. Legon Cities, however, have conceded 4 times and scored just 1. JoyNews Acquah, one of the star players of the Royals, isn't happy with their performance so far.
As a player, I'm worried, but you could see how the table is. We've played our 4 games. We had 3 points, which is we've drawn 3, we've lost 1, we've not won a match. For me as a player, it worries because you could see the wins are not many, but some have won their matches. We have to also win our matches.
Legon Cities have drawn 3 and lost 1 of their matches played so far. JoyNews Acquah believes Kumasi Asante Kotoko is an opportunity for the team to respond to their underwhelming performances.
For the scoring, I think to me or for each and every player is very bad because playing 4 games without scoring, I think having a goal in 4 matches, conceding 4 goals is very bad. But I think when you check our previous games, we had a couple of chances. I think I had some, I missed some. But hopefully, I think coming week, by the grace of God, we had more goals.
Central defender Joseph Ajay, who has been at the heart of the central defense of the Royals, is confident of putting up a splendid performance against the Porcupines later today.
Yeah, this is our mindset for because we lost against Olympics by 3-0 and it was very painful. Everybody was talking about defense. So this time we are not joking at the back there. I'm well prepared, very, very prepared, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. I'm very prepared.
So are we winning tomorrow?
We are winning tomorrow, for sure, 100%.
A win for Legon Cities will be their first victory in about 15 matches.
So it's a big game tonight at the Accra Sports Stadium. 2 sides who have no victory so far and would be emphatically chasing Edwin tonight. But that would be just one of 9 games this weekend in the Ghana Premier League. Let's take a look at the fixtures for the weekend. And as you can see, the Friday kickoff, what we're building up to, you have a Samoan who is set to start his first game for Legon Cities and would be against the club that were interested in him all summer, Asante Kotoko. We see 2 games where Inter Allies face Bechem United, and then Mediama, who are also winless, would travel to face Ebusua Dwarfs. On Sunday, we do have all the crunch ties where Ashanti Gold come off their defeat against Salitas in the CAF Confederations Cup to play against the Almina Sharks, who are unbeaten. Liberty Professionals, also unbeaten at home, welcome Great Olympics, who haven't played a game since match day 2. Aduana Stars, who have just 1 point this season, face 11 Wonders. Wafa play against Berkum Chelsea. Ken Faisal, the team in form, do travel to face Karela at Ignace. Remember, Karela are still topping the group, and Heart of Oak, can they finally pick a win under their new boss, Costa Papic? In their way would be Coach Dormon's Dreams FC, and that would be the final match of match day 5 that comes off at the Accra Sports Stadium at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Well, that's how we'll be wrapping up the sport here. My name is Orekwam Pofor. Up next is World News.
Good afternoon. Let's talk some showbiz here on JoyNews. Now, rapper Eno Baroni has debunked claims her new song, Ayeka, is a political song. A day after the song was released, music lovers across the country asserted the song was released to jab the losing political party at the just ended elections. But in an interview on Hit FM earlier this morning, Eno told Andy Dosty the song has no political connotation.
First of all, I think I've educated my fans so much and given them so many deep punches that now even if I'm giving something simple, it's like they're looking for deep meanings. It's just what it is. Like, we kids of today, we always try to do things by ourselves without listening to advice. And so I'm just trying to tell everybody to stop, misbehaving because your grandma is coming.
What would be your reaction if fans connected heavily to politics, especially to the ruling party?
Well, I think, first of all, we are all one nation. Ghana is any other political party. And so peace is all we need. Sometimes we don't have to take things too serious. Sometimes, we just have to live life the way it is. So I don't think people have to connect anything to anything. Because, musicians, we give the food to the soul. And so if the whole country is kind of tense, then I come and I drop the east. There's nothing bad. So people don't have to connect this to anything. Just have fun. December is here. The whole year has been a serious year. And we are just here to chill.
Meanwhile, American actor Boris Kodjoe and British model Naomi Campbell have congratulated President-elect Akufo-Addo on winning the 2020 presidential elections. Taking to Instagram, Mr. Kodjoe shared an artwork of Nana Akufo-Addo made by the ruling NPP. Quote, "Congratulations to His Excellency President Akufo-Addo. Well done, Ghana. 4 more years of Nana. Let's keep building," he wrote. Naomi Campbell also shared pictures she had taken with Nana Akufo-Addo when she traveled to Ghana with some celebrities for the year of return festivities in 2019. Congratulations, she said, the president-elect Nana Akufo-Addo on your second term being re-elected. God bless Ghana. Hashtag Naomi for Africa, she captioned her post. Now, the Africa Movie Academy Awards has released its list of nominations, and Ghana has scored big with 17 nominations. Among the nominations were 4 actors chosen for different categories for their individual roles in their films. Jocelyn Duma, who plays Omoye, the wife of a retired army officer in the drama Cold Feet, was nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Aditi Anand was also nominated for Best Actor in Supporting Role Award for his role in Gold Coast Lounge. Singer Sina Soul has earned her first AMA nomination for Best Young Promising Actor. She plays Ama in the critically acclaimed film Gold Coast Lounge. Shirley Frimpong Manso's Perfect Picture 10 years later had 3 North achievements in screenplay, editing and production design. Gold Coast Lounge's director Pascal Acquah was also nominated for Best Director and the movie for Best Film. Congratulations to all the beautiful Ghanaians in there.
Yeah, making Ghana proud every day, isn't it, Becky?
Yes, all the time.
Yes.
We hope that they win though.
Yes, most definitely. We are praying and doing everything that we can to make sure that they win. Of course, this is where we end this bulletin of Joy News today. My name is Daniel Dazi. Becky brought us showbiz. Yes, every time. We'll be back on Monday. In the meantime, enjoy the weekend.
Bye.